To ensure that all games with playoff implications that impact each other are played at the same time, the NFL has announced schedule changes for Week 17. This Sunday's Buffalo, Miami, Cincinnati, Baltimore, and Jacksonville, Tennessee games will all move from 1:00 p.m. to 4:25 starts and remain on CBS. The Carolina, Atlanta, and New Orleans, Tampa Bay games will both move from 1:00 p.m. to 4:25 and remain on Fox. There also will be no Sunday night game on the final week of the regular season. The Dolphins, 6-9, were mathematically eliminated from the AFC wildcard picture with their Christmas Eve loss to the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium, but the Bills still have a shot at making the playoffs. In the end, there was no Santa Claus. No Happy New Year. There was just Miami Dolphins coach Adam Gase standing in the cold of December underneath Arrowhead Stadium saying what he said too many times this season. "We just have to play clean," the Gase said after a 29-13 loss to the Kansas City. In the end, there was no Santa Claus. No Happy New Year. There was just Miami Dolphins coach Adam Gase standing in the cold of December underneath Arrowhead Stadium saying what he said too many times this season. "We just have to play clean," the Gase said after a 29-13 loss to the Kansas City. "We felt that both from a competitive standpoint and from a fan perspective, the most fair thing to do is to schedule all Week 17 games in either the 1 p.m. or 4:25 p.m. ET windows," said NFL Senior Vice President of Broadcasting Howard Katz. "This ensures that we do not have a matchup on Sunday Night Football on New Year's Eve that because of earlier results has no playoff implications for one or both of the competing teams." The Dolphins began play Sunday at Kansas City with slim playoff hopes. If they beat the Chiefs, and had a few other things happen, they could have entered the regular season finale against the Bills with a chance to earn a second consecutive wild-card berth. But it never got that far as the Dolphins struggled on the road again. Miami went 0 of 8 on third downs while Kansas City went 8 of 16. The Dolphins had 11 penalties for 75 yards and trailed in time of possession by about 15 minutes 53 to 22:07. Wide receivers Jarvis Landry and Kenny Stills each had the ball stripped from them and recovered by the Chiefs. Quarterback Jay Cutler, 19 of 38, 286 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, 83.9 passer rating, fumbled for the 5th time in the past 2 games. Miami's pass defense continued its trend of being inconsistent. The Dolphins gave up just 1 passing touchdown but were flagged 4 times for defensive holding. Miami fell to 2-6 on the road with Sunday's loss and will end the season on a 5-game road losing streak. The Dolphins were beaten by an average of 21.2 points per game in those losses and allowed an average of 34.6 points per game. The loss also ensured the Dolphins a losing record for the 9th time in 14 years, and the 3rd time in the last 6 years. And that is that the Dolphins must find a formula that turns them into a team that doesn't give the ball away or otherwise give drives away with pre-snap penalties. It also needs to find a way to get the tight end covered.